Howdy folks, today we're playing Blue-Red Artifact Control in Brothers War Standard Best of 1. This deck's made by me, Rumply MTG. Let's get into the games. Alrighty, our opponent is going first, and this hand seems to be pretty good. So we'll keep, if they just absolutely blitz us with early creatures, we could definitely lose, but it's a risk you take against a lot of Best of 1 Standard decks. Nature of the format, aggressive decks probably are slightly better. Gauntlet Greeters for our opponent, okay? I think we're just gonna get bust in here, and next turn keep up the Make Disappear or the Reckoner Bank Buster. This turn our opponent gets to go hog wild, see what kind of thing. If they have an Adeline here, we feel pretty bad about it. Doesn't look like they do though, so I think we dodged the bullet there. Adeline would have been really tough for us to compete with. That's tough too. Voice of the Blessed. Gonna make a treasure, I would imagine. Gaining the life, okay. That's a big Voice of the Blessed. So if we play this Thran Spider, that means we can Mightstone and Weakstone next turn, and we can block this turn. I actually think that's better than whatever we were gonna do. Can't block with Bank Buster this turn though. Do they have a removal spell for us? They do. We still get the Mightstone and Weakstone. That means they probably don't gain that much life with Voice of the Blessed. Say if it's like a 3-minute enchantment removal spell. Ooh, Brutal Cathar is tough though. This game might be over, folks. This game might be over. Our Mightstone and Weakstone does not even kill the Voice of the Blessed. Sheesh. So we can draw a card with this Reckoner Bank Buster. We can also cast the Cityscape Leveler next turn, but I think we're pretty priced into killing this Voice of the Blessed, or blocking this Voice of the Blessed. An Ambitious Farmhand, and that can transform as well. Okay, opponent's doing it all right now. Opponent's pretty safe to tag with everything, I would imagine. Yeah, they know we have to block this Voice of the Blessed. Go ahead and draw with the Bank Buster. So we're down to not much life. There's no way we can keep up and Make Disappear. I mean, that's just the reality we got going on. Opponent can definitely activate their Ambitious Farmhand here. Looks like they will. And go ahead and pass. We're just a mana short on everything, it feels like. Brotherhood End would keep us in this game. It's pretty good for our opponent. Gotta imagine they're putting a +1/+1 counter. We're blocking the Gauntlet Greeters for sure. Taking 5 damage. They don't attack. Interesting. I would have very much expected an attack there. So I think we want to tap this Mistress Foundry actually, and keep up a red mana for this Voltage Surge. And if we're going to activate the Bank Buster, might as well get it for free. So this is only 2 mana extra from what we would have had otherwise. Another Mightstone, Weakstone. We have target artifact become an artifact creature. We can cast another Mightstone, Weakstone. So I think we're gonna make this artifact creature, and we're gonna cast some Mightstone, Weakstone. Otherwise, hitting this Welcoming Vampire. Keep this one. Go -5/-5 here. And yeah, definitely gonna just pass now. Hopefully our opponent doesn't hit a Brutal Cathar or anything right now. If they whiff on one more land, I'd be feeling pretty good about where we're at, but we'll see. Beseiju. That's pretty good. Doesn't kill us, but that's pretty good. Thing it does allow us to do is get a red mana and cast a Voltage Surge, though. Yeah, I think we just have to target the Gala Greeters, sacrificing this Powerstone. I think that's just the cost of doing business around here. Can activate this Bank Buster since it's for free. Another Mightstone, Weakstone. I think we want to plus the Tezzeret this time around. Card an artifact card. Could discard both of these lands. I think we're going to decline and discard 2 lands. I think we'd rather keep an island. We can activate this Reckoner Bankbuster for free next turn on their turn cycle. I think we're going to cast this the Mightstone Weakstone again. Trying to hit the Seasoned Cathar. Although Not sure we need to. Yeah, I think we'll actually pass at this point. We have 2 big blockers up. I'm not too worried about what our opponent has going on. Gonna go ahead and draw here. Another Mightstone, Weakstone. Wow. Okay. Another Reckoner Bankbuster. It's kind of crazy. All right, I think we'll just draw here since it's free. Skitterbeam Battalion's not bad. I think we'll draw first, though. I don't think we need another Mightstone Weakstone. You never know, though. We might miss it. Cast this Reckoner Bankbuster. A lot going on now. I think we are going to cast this Skitterbeam Battalion. Leaves our mana down, but it's not like we were going to counter anything anyway, so I think we're fine with that. And we'll attack. We're 12 here. We still have Bankbusters available to block. We can draw with this Bankbuster for free. Just getting lots of value for us. Opponent could have a... Okay. Opponent could definitely have like a farewell, I guess they're drawing to, killing this Skitterbeam Battalion. Sure. Gonna gain some life. That's fine with us. No attacks. Gonna draw this Bankbuster. Nether Leveler. You have to imagine that at some point the levelers have to be wrapping this up. At this point, I think we want to make some artifacts.
My toys will keep you busy.
Be somewhat conservative here, and then we'll cast this Cityscape Leveler. It has Trample. I think we're going to hit this Lauren. It's just their best chance to get back to the game drawing cards. We have this Seasoned Cathar Stonewalled. We have this Mistress Foundry up. Might as well draw. It's free right now. Otawara. Can't play that as a bounce. But we could. Oh, that's neat. Okay. I never thought about the Powerstone and the Treasure combining for the Otawara. Looking in a good spot here, though. And opponent doesn't have enough. GG's. We'll take that. Tezzeret looking good. Looking good there. Big dubs already. On to the deck tech. All right, we're here with blue-red artifact control, which is not too different than the deck we played yesterday, which was straight mono-blue artifact control. That deck had no Tezzeret, actually, if you can believe that, had Karn instead. But I was just looking over, I thought it's probably a better fit because if we max out on Reckoner Bankbuster and Thran Spider, Tezzeret can make the first activated abilities of those artifacts 2 less each. I think those are probably 2 of the best artifact abilities in standard right now, to be honest. So we have Those are artifacts that we can minus, and then it's plus draws 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, let's discard an artifact card. And we have a lot of artifact cards, and honestly a lot of artifact cards that are maybe not needed in multiples, or like if you're on turn 4 and your hand's just filled with multiple of these high-end cards over on the right hand of your screen here, then you could definitely just pitch one, and Tezzeret's just drawing 2 and discarding 1 every turn, which is pretty valuable. And then you saw in that game, just being able to make target artifact an artifact creature, it's pretty valuable too. We have a lot of Powerstones laying around, which eventually you're gonna run into a place where you kind of have all the mana you need, especially if Tezzeret is discounting the activation costs of your Bankbuster and Spider. So I think the -2 turns those Powerstones and maybe they wouldn't be getting used into real cards, and then the -6 obviously also turns those Powerstones, which is just so freely getting into an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card. The thing is, there's not a ton. So now we're missing Karn. There's not as many ways to make Powerstones. You have the Thran Spider, you have the Urza's command, and then obviously the Mightstone and Weakstone is a Powerstone, legendary artifact Powerstone in itself. So there's some synergies there, but the main reason I wanted to go red was so that way we could lean more heavily on Skitterbeam Battalion and removal spells. So yesterday's deck was all about Fading Hope, casting Fading Hope on your opponent's creatures and just trying to survive. Here we have Voltage Surge. Here we have Brotherhood's End to really help shore up those aggro matchups. Brotherhood End is a little bit awkward with Thran Spider and Tezzeret, but both of those with any Planeswalker and Tezzeret. But we made sure to select creatures and Planeswalkers that have 4 health, toughness in this case, loyalty in this case, or above, so that they wouldn't get swept up by the Brotherhood's End. And so that's kind of what we thought there. The other side of it, destroy artifacts with mana value 3 or less, very unlikely to be used in this deck. Maybe in the mirror match if they get off to a really hot start or something. Not really sure when I could really contemplate us doing that. Maybe they have a Bankbuster on the draw, and on turn 3, we sweep away their Bankbuster. I could see that, but probably not using that mode. But so those 2 removal spells are part of the reason to go red, and then also Skitterbeam Battalion, being able to cast it for 5 mana instead of relying mostly on the Portal to Phyrexia last time around. Also just makes 5 mana, 6 power, trample, haste is pretty good in some spots. It's good attacking Planeswalkers. What you do give up is mana base consistency. Last time you basically always would have the right amount of blue you need. This time you do kind of need the correct mix of lands and spells. We have a lot of red-blue lands, but the biggest hit is in your colorless lands. You get less Mistress Foundry, and you don't have any Blast Zone here in this deck, so those are sort of the concessions you're giving up, but I think it's overall worth it with the benefit you get against aggro. So that's sort of the game plan. That's what's going on. I think in game 1 at least it looked to be a good plan. So let's see if this plan continues to be a good plan, and if I like it better at the end of the video than the mono blue deck we played yesterday. Alrighty, let's get into some more matches. Okay, our opponent's going first, and this hand has some early interaction, but we're gonna need to draw lands definitely. Okay, opponent's on some sort of aggro strategy, would imagine. Opponent maybe thinks we're mono red. Ooh, artifacts, Feldon. Okay, no artifacts, just mono red, okay. Yeah, I think we need to... I don't think this Bankbuster getting down is going to be better than keeping up and make disappear for a mechanized warfare. They can't cast it this turn, though. Opponent could definitely fire up a Mistress Foundry. I think we are going to counter this. That way we can play a Thran Spider next turn. It's a little harder for our opponent to kill Thran Spider since it's 4 toughness, I mean, rather than 3. We'll happily block this Feldon though if they want to kill it with the play with fire in addition to the block. We can cast Brotherhoods, and next turn, opponent probably just gonna get an attack in here. Makes sense. If we draw a land next turn, we could play the prototype. part of the Skitterbeam Battalion. So our opponent hits on this. Land, play with fire. Okay, so they got the answer they needed there. Oh, it's not land. Does Swift Spear play with fire? Look like a land. Okay. Thran Spider down. No more red mana though. I was kind of stuck on that. Land we drew, not great. They've been tapped, so we can't cast this Urza's command off of the Powerstone, so definitely just going to play this Bankbuster. Go ahead and pass. Cemetery Gatekeeper, first strike when it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. Okay. Sure. What are they going to exile? Instant. Or creature are their options. Looks like they go instant. Okay. Draw with the Bankbuster. Shivan Reef. And we pass here. Kind of think we do. We can cast both the Urza's Command and the Voltage Surge. Gonna cost us 2 life on this Gatekeeper. If we had an extra mana last turn, we would have killed it in response, but I think I valued the draw of the Bankbuster more than the 2 life. Could prove to be not good though. If they fire up a land, we're definitely gonna kill it with the Voltage Surge after they attack. Swift Spear sounds good. Do they have a Lightning Strike? Foundry. Okay. So I think we're just gonna give him -2, -0, and create. That's tough. That's tough. I don't think we're gonna give him -2, -0. Man, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I feel like we should kill the Cemetery Gatekeeper, but yeah, I think I just have to kill the Foundry here. Gonna take the damage from the Gatekeeper, that's fine. Gatekeeper's gonna get some value here. Luckily, the Brotherhood's End is a sorcery. See what they have for this Mistress Foundry. They have a way to pump it. Lightning Strikes, sure. Okay, yeah, definitely gonna use the Urza's Command, -2, -0, and Construct. Gonna take more damage, but it's kind of feel like what we have to do. Should let them attack first. Doesn't really matter. Tapped or untapped for their creatures, though. And now then we're going to try to get this Skitterbeam Battalion down. With 2 mana up still. Gonna make a big artifact. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. Opponent is gonna have to get in damage through the air now. Or through damage, not through what you would call traditional means. Gonna draw here. Hopefully to get to this Cityscape Leveler on this Mechanized Warfare, which is the plan. Looks like that'll work out for us. Gonna reset them a whole turn. Gonna get it in with our construct. And opponent knows it is not gonna work out well for them in the long term. Okay. Put up a wall on the ground, seemed to be good enough. Not sure if we made the right plays around that Cemetery Gatekeeper. Those cards are always hard to play around, but we did win the game. but that doesn't always indicate that you did things correctly. But alright, I'll take it. GG's. Opponent's going first here. We obviously don't have a land untapped until turn 3. Could be pretty bad, but I think we're gonna try it. We don't really want to see untapped mountain on the other side. We don't, so that's good. Grixis though could just be just devastating. Some sort of untapped land here I think would be pretty nice. The Drone Bankbuster? Don't seem to. I'm just gonna get our lands done when we can. And again, man, we have just a glut of these high... Oh, okay. Interesting. Wasn't really expecting that. Well, Swiftwater Cliffs negated the Play with Fire ability. I think they put that on top, though. I didn't exactly look that closely, but interesting. Gonna play this Bankbuster. They could counter it. It's definitely possible that they do. Spell Pierce, sure. Do they have a Lightning Strike? Not exactly sure what opponent's up to. Could be a Leer strategy with all of the... it's Counterspell, though. Don't know if you'd put a Counterspell in your Leer deck. There's for Discovery. Okay. They're short on lands as well. Hopefully we draw an untapped land here. It'd be pretty sad if we didn't, and we do. That's big time. So good to just pass the turn. Not sure exactly what we're going to do with this Urza's command, but we'll find out in due time. Urkel. Beginning of your end step, if you cast non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Okay, that's a big mana engine, sure. Do they have a Play with Fire or something to go with it? I want to go to their end step before they cast something. They do have a Play with Fire, okay, so they are going to scry something, presumably they'll get back with the Urkel. So they're gonna be able to get a Play with Fire back. Oh, Thirst for Discovery. Okay, that's fine too. Alright, gonna get this Urza's command going. I think we are gonna make the Colorless Construct and a Powerstone. Oh, we did draw the land there, which is nice. Definitely gonna try to kill this Urkel. And now we have a 3/3, start getting some damage in. We have exactly enough for a leveler next turn, which is kind of amazing. If they play any non-land permanent here, we'll plan to blow it up. Doesn't look like they're going to. So I think in that event, then we're going to just play this Mightstone and Weakstone. Draw some cards. Mistress Foundry and Tezzeret. Definitely happy to be casting Tezzeret here. We're definitely happy to discard a Cityscape Leveler. Opponent has not put anything we're really trying to discard. We're trying to kill it on the battlefield yet. Could definitely have a Leer here or something of that effect. They do. We're going to be able to attack for a bunch though. Opponent has Fires of Victory. Okay, kills our Tezzeret. That was going to get us some value. Opponent's still on the hot seat here, though. Going to attempt an attack. I could have played the Bankbuster before combat, but I wanted to see if they would kill this. Might have informed the rest of our turn. Maybe that was wrong, though. Just not sure they can beat a Cityscape Leveler, so... yeah, probably just cast this too, honestly. Submit 0. And our opponent's gonna have to find a way to deal with this. Probably has a counterspell of some sort. No, just a big old creature coming their way next turn. Okay. And there's a cast trigger. So, okay, deal them 3 to us, sure. Opponent's on the clock. So we could have had an 8, down to 8 right now, which could be very relevant. Probably should have played those in different orders. Played the Bankbuster first and then the Leveler. Well, in hindsight, I don't think there's any reason to wait. It's gonna take a lot for them to kill this Leveler. Sure. Bottom of the library, but we have the Cityscape Leveler coming from Unearth next turn. Opponent knows. They're just GG's. Interesting deck from our opponent, but just too many big creatures makes it makes it hard for them to do anything. But alrighty, GG's. Okay, we're going first. I like the sound of that. And a Reckoner Bankbuster on 2. Sign me up. Sign me up. Turn 3, hold up, make disappear, or draw with the Bankbuster. Opponent hits us with the hello. We'll hit him back. Deserted Beach. Could be soldiers. Could be blue-white. Could be Esper. Esper, you'd probably be with them. You'd want to have a tri-land, though. Blue-white, potentially. Could be soldiers. They get a Thalia coming. They do. Okay. Thalia Gamer. Gonna pass. Looking to hit a Brotherhood's End. Nice thing is this Skitterbeam Battalion is good against Brutal Cathar in the sense that you can't eat every token with the Brutal Cathar. See what they cast here. We have no shame in make disappearing something here for 3 mana. It's not our best play, but gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Put it in the tank. Definitely gonna play something. Otawara. Sure. We'll draw in response. And get our Bankbuster back down. Next turn we'll have 5 mana up, so we can either have the Urza's command or the make disappear plus the Bankbuster. We're gonna just cast the Skitterbeam Battalion if we feel like we're under a lot of pressure. Guy Strike Officer, okay. So that means the Skitterbeam Battalion's not gonna be that good. Seeing as how the two can't really profitably block the Thalia and the Sky Strike Officers in the air. So I think we're gonna just go ahead and pass. Plan on casting this Make Disappear if there's something we need to counter, and Urza is commanding if not. Harbin. Okay, can't make disappear that one. Opponent just getting in with the Sky Strike Officer. Okay. So that means I think we can probably make the Powerstone and the Construct at the end of turn. I think we're fine taking the 2 here. Gonna have to kill this Harbin eventually. But I think we need to get mana going. Next turn they should only be able to attack with 4. They have a counter spell here. This game's probably over. Didn't look like they do. Okay, we'll take that. Could have a remove a spell for our Construct. Could just draw here too. It's not a bad plan. Okay, looks like they're gonna do that. Shivan Reef. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 7 mana. Want to get to 8 for this Cityscape Leveler. So I think we're on the Urza's command plan again. Because we really need to get to a place where we can kill this Harbin. Definitely interesting what our opponent could have here, though. Valiant Veteran. That's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Thing is, we can block the Thalia with this Reckoner Bankbuster, and that changes things. Okay, again, just going in the air. Makes sense. Gonna attempt to do the same thing, except for make... Do we want the creature? I'm going to stop the damage this turn, save 4 life. Not, not the best place, certainly. Brotherhood end at any point here would feel really good. Okay. Getting us for 3. Not gonna cast anything else. Gonna just go ahead and draw, okay. Planes, they could have the creature that lets a creature stick around if everybody dies. I think that would be the only thing I would play here if I were them. Destroy evil. Okay, not a lot we can do about that. Now we feel like we really need to draw a Brotherhood's End. A little spell here. Urza's Command. Brotherhood's End. Okay. Yeah. No, that's what we're doing. Killing the whole board. That was a fantastic draw. Can't do anything else here, so I think we're going to keep up the Make Disappear. And draw the Bank Buster, that's the plan. Can't cast his Urza Command. Can't use the Powerstones, also don't have double blue. Another Harbin, okay, good for them. That is a good spell that they have. Gonna draw with the Bank Buster. Yeah, this Harbin is a card we are very scared of, so definitely have to kill it with this Leveler. Nice part is this is a cast trigger. So if our opponent were to save this, they'd need a Baiting Hope or a Slip Out the Back or something like that. Doesn't look like they have it. Obviously a Brutal Cathar would be good for this Cityscape Leveler. But we'd have another Leveler coming for him. If we can ever get to a point where we can resolve this Skitterbeam Battalion while we're ahead, we'd feel pretty good about it. Brutal Cathar, yep. I had to kind of expect our opponent would have one of these. Doesn't make sense that they'd have a lot of anything else in their hand. Siege Veteran, sure. Untapped land here wouldn't be bad. We will take that. Do we want to kill this Siege Veteran or the Brutal Cathar? I think we want to kill this Veteran. That's their best chance of coming back into the game. They have another Brutal Cathar, so be it. Kind of read that they have a second one, but you never know, they might not. Couldn't have done anything about that Harbin. Make Disappear is not looking good at this juncture. They can pay almost assuredly with the Powerstones. Now that we've leveled enough things with the Cityscape Leveler. Mightstone and Weakstone was solid though. Gonna be able to get an attack trigger with the Cityscape Leveler. That would be big if that's the case. I think we still have to kill this Harbin. Harbin's really the only way I feel like we can lose this game. As long as we keep casting spells, the Brutal Cathar doesn't flip. Yeah, I think this is worth countering. It's gonna cost us our pilot, but that's fine. Had to use the pilot, of course, because they can pay with the Powerstone, as they did for the first copy. Getting rid of the Harbin, getting in for 8. Then we're going to play the Mightstone, Weakstone, targeting this Brutal Cathar, and that should be all she wrote. Would pretty much expect our opponent to concede out of this. If they don't concede out of this, we have Skitterbeam Battalion coming their way next turn, as well as all of this nonsense going on. We also have a Tezzeret. Don't even think we need that. I think we just keep up this Urza's command. Make a big artifact creature. Wandering Emperor, sure. And exile our Cityscape Leveler. They have to. Obviously they're trampling, so I'm just making a 1/1 dork. Doesn't do anything. Yep, exiling it. It's pretty good because it doesn't go in the graveyard, but it has Unearth. But I don't think it's gonna matter here. Opponent is looking at pass, and we are just looking to scry 1 and create a colorless construct. And we'll also draw a card attached to this scry 1. Already have a Tezzeret, so don't need a second one. We have 15 damage. Opponent has to realize that, I would imagine. Probably going to see a concession from them. If not, we're going to slam the Skitterbeam Battalion. Really let them know who's boss. We're getting the salty rope from our opponent. Ah, yes, the classic on this channel. If you're watching this, okay, I was about to go off on our opponent for salty roping us, but okay, that doesn't seem to be the case. Skitterbeam time. Let's see what is going to be the thing that's going to make them concede. Is it Skitterbeam? Okay, opponent seems to want to play through this. What do they have? Gonna use the Valiant Veteran. You know what? I respect it. Gonna kill the Wandering Emperor for good measure, though. Gotta send a message. You already know what's up. Our opponent didn't like the message we sent with the Wandering Emperor. We had another thing with the Cityscape Leveler. Just good beats. I'll say that's a game I don't really think we could have won with Mono Blue, Brotherhood's End off the top. Clutching up for us. So maybe that was a good addition. We'll see. Talk about it more in the wrap-up right here. And we're back with Blue-Red Artifact Control. Pretty similar deck to yesterday. As we've been saying through the whole video, the whole sort of theme of today's deck is it better? Is it not better? Is it? Get it? Joke? Blue-Red? Is it? Okay. Punt time's over. I feel like this deck is actually a little better. Having removal spells that matter, I think, is a good direction to go. To be fair to yesterday's deck, I think Tezzeret is just straight up better than Karn, and that is could be a big difference between the two decks. I think I overlooked yesterday's deck with Tezzeret, not playing Tezzeret rather. So that's one potential flaw there. I think really the only downside with this deck, I feel like, is you're not having as many Mistress Founders or Blast Zones. I think the mana base is the real only big downside for me. I think otherwise, though, I'm pretty happy with this build. I generally take it over other builds. I think you could flex the numbers around, especially the amount of Voltage Surge, Make Disappear, and Brotherhood's End. I think you could do a number of different tweaks to those numbers. I don't think you want the full 4 Tezzeret. Maybe you only want 2 Tezzeret. I think you definitely want the 4 Bankbuster, Thran Spider, Urza's Command. I think you want 3 to 4. Mightstone and Weakstone, I think you need the full play set. And I think you need 6 or 7 finishers. I went with 7. I tend not like to be in a situation where I have I can't find my win con, so I maybe I'm just as personal bias over prepare win con in that direction. But this deck does have Tezzeret to discard any of those extra cards that you saw us do, and to be fair, in at least one of these games we had just a glut. We had a Mightstone, Weakstone with 2 of them and 2 Cityscape Levelers. They're just sitting in our hand rotting away. So that's definitely something maybe you could tweak too. So maybe go down the portal, like just cut it exactly, and then Make Disappear. Whatever you really feel like you need to do to shore up what you feel is your weakest matchup when you play this deck on the ladder. Other than that, I had a ton of fun playing it. This is maybe one of my favorite decks of Brothers War Standard. I just like it. It doesn't feel like you're doing anything absurd. Doesn't feel like you're cheating your opponent out of games or anything. It just feels like you're playing fun Magic with unique cards. And I think you get a little bit of the boost because your opponents don't see these cards too often. So you get a little bit of that surprise equity on the ladder, certainly. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. If you like this deck, you'll certainly like yesterday's deck about Mono Blue Artifact Control. Pretty similar deck. We've been comparing them all video. That's on the end card in front of you right now. And until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.